Hello everyone, welcome to Hello Code World. My name is Aysun and I'm here to help you with your coding journey. Today we are building something amazing together, an AI-powered full-stack application. In front, I'm using React with JavaScript. In backend, I'm using Node.js with Express. I will show you how to integrate OpenAI API to the Node.js backend. I will explain all the steps. By the end of the video, you will have an application you can upload CVs and gonna get the highlights and the summary of the CV. So if this is something you are interested, please keep watching. Hello everyone, let's start building this app. First, please like and subscribe, it really helps. And if you will have any question, write on the comments below, I check the comments. Now, first I want to create a folder. I already create actually. I named it AI Resume Summary. You can name it whatever you want and open that folder and create two more folders here. We are going to call backend, and the second one is going to be the front end. And now let's open the VS Code. There it is, and get into the backend through VS Code. So open folder, find your folder. It was YouTube project, and get into the folder and backend. I will start building from backend, okay? Okay, the first thing first, we go to the terminal and initialize a package.json file, okay? To do so, we are going to write here npm install and init, npm init, npm init, and then put a yes flag, like so. That will generate a package.json. Now, before start building our server.js, we need to get few libraries. So here, I'm going to write npm install init express. We need course. We need Multer. Okay, and .env, OpenAI, of course, OpenAI, and we will need also PDF dash parse. Yes, so while those libraries are installing, please don't forget to generate yourself an OpenAI key, an API key from the OpenAI, okay, if you didn't already. So you need to get register to the OpenAI API first. I think they require a credit card also, and then you need to go to the dashboard and generate an API keys. We will use this API key in our project. So first, I generate the server.js. It looks like we installed all the packages we need for now. Now, by default in Node.js, we have the require keyword to get the packages to the project, right? But I want to use the import. So if we want to do import instead, we need to modify the package.json and add here the type key, and the type key is going to be module. The value is going to be the module. Okay, now I am allowed to use the import. Okay, now let's get started importing everything we need to the server.js. The first thing first, I will get the express. Of course, we are using the express library to create a server here from Node.js. And now I will create the I will import everything necessary, not necessarily going to use them right away, but let's just import everything. um, Import the other .nv from .nv. And what else? Multer, import Multer from Multer. And the last import for now, import pdf parse from pdf parse. Okay. Uh, well, we don't need the .nv config here yet. What I'm going to use, I will take the app object through the express, and I will um, create an app object, const app express, like so. And I will listen the port number 5000 and console.log server is running. And now let's just check if the server is really running, how we can run an express application. We will write here node server.js. Okay. Um, what is wrong here? AI resume. Okay, that is something to do with the parsing of the PDF parse. Uh, for overcome to this error, I will create a test folder and the data folder here, as the error says, test folder. And in the test, I'm going to create a data folder under the data, and in the data, I'm going to create that file. 05 dash version dash version dash space dot pdf. Okay. Okay, now I will run this file again. Now what? Let's check the version of the PDF parse. That looks okay. 05 versions, it's going to be rename. Okay, server is running right now in port 5000. Now, what I want to do is create another folder and call it utils. And the utils folder, we want to have a file named OpenAI.js. OpenAI.js. Okay. Now in OpenAI, we want to first import the OpenAI function. Open, it was like that. So OpenAI, and from OpenAI, import .env import .env from .env, and let's config the .env. So I must create here in the root folder a .env file, and there I'm going to generate a key with capital letters, OpenAI API key, like so. You must copy paste your API key after you generate here, and don't place inside of a double quotes or single quotes, just copy paste the key as it is. Okay. Now in OpenAI.js file, first I will generate an object uh, by using the OpenAI constructor here, class name, and that receives an object, and to that object we are going to pass the API key with a key as key value pair. And please pay attention how I am grabbing the API key from the .env file. After that, we will generate a function and export it. Export the function first. Export const, and let's name it generate resume summary, and that is going to be an async function, and the async function is going to receive a parameter, and that will be the text we are going to read from our PDF. And now we will, through the OpenAI object, we have completions property. Through that property, we have the create method. This create method receives an object. Let's just do like that first. And into that object, we will give some key value pairs. First, we want to pass the model. And the model is going to be GPT 3.5 Turbo Instruct. Okay, comma. And the second key is the prompt we want to give to the ChatGPT. And that prompt is going to be summarize the following, this resume professionally. Prompt is very important here. Professionally extract key skills and work experience Then we want to give the text. And we can limit the number of tokens, and I will limit it by 300 for now. Okay. Actually, we want this to be in a try and catch block. I will write here. We want this to be a try and catch block. And here also, we want to return the response. So actually, I want to store that inside of the response variable. And now here, return the response. And in the response, we have the choices array. And there we want to get the 0 and text. And we want to also trim that. Get rid of all the white spaces. Okay. Of course, we want to do this outside of this function here. Okay. So this is the try. Now let's write the catch. Catch is going to take an error parameter, and what we want to do actually, not the console.log, but throw an error. New error and error.message. Okay, and now let's close the function. Okay, we have our generate resume summary function ready. Now we can go to server.js and import that function as well, because we will need it here. Import generate resume summary from utils OpenAI JS. Okay, great. We have the express object. What else? We want to use the course, pass the course policy. So we will use the course middleware like so. And also we want to parse the JSON file. So we want to use express.json like so. Now let's push this to the end. And here we need to set up our file loading, file upload setup. We are doing this through the Multer library. So const storage, and through the Multer object, we will call the memory storage function. And then const upload, we will upload the file through the storage, through that object, okay, and pass to the Multer function here. Okay, that is how we are going to create the file upload setup. Now let's continue with routes. Now we need few routes. In our app, we will have two ways of uploading the resume, basically. One of them is through the uploading from the computer directly. The other one is we will allow the user to copy paste the text to a text field. Each one of them needs a different route. I'm going to start with the upload resume from the computer. So let's receive the app object. Through the app object, I have my post method here. The post method is going to receive two parameters, three parameters in this case. And the first one is going to be our endpoint root. And let's call this upload dash resume. And in this case, the second parameter is going to be a middleware, the Multer middleware. And it is going to be like so, upload single resume. And the resume here is the resume front end sense. So what's happening is that when the user uploads a file to the front end, we need to hand it to the back end. And here we are using the Multer library. Multer library is going to extract the file from the request.body, and it's going to store it in the memory, and also it's going to make it available on request.file. Now you are going to see. So that is the middleware, Multer middleware, and comma, the third one is going to be this async function with two parameters, the request and response, right? And request and response. And now let's close it. Okay, here I'm going to create a try block, and first I want to avoid any errors if there is no file. So I will say request.file. Okay, so that is the file property I was talking about. And if there is no file, then we are going to give an error. Now, if there is a file, what I want it to happen, I want to parse that file. So parse the PDF, parse PDF file from memory storage. Okay, and const file buffer request file buffer. And now we need to parse it, parse the PDF, parse PDF, await, we are handling to the PDF parse file buffer. Okay, and that's the, now I need the if, and if parse PDF text is not present, we can give an error like could not extract text from PDF. Okay, and now after extracting the text, we are going to pass that text to the generate resume summary function we have created in OpenAI JS. Okay, so here now we need to, because it's an async function though, I need the await keyword in front of it, like so. And we can give this as a response, JSON summary. Okay. Now we need our catch and pass our error. status JSON error. Okay. Okay. Here there is the mistake. This should be here. Okay. That is the route number 1. And the other route is for the manual copy pasting the text. So we can create another post. And point is gonna be this time manual entry. Manual entry. And this is the first parameter. And because it's just copy pasting, we don't need the Multer. So like that. And here I need another try and catch. Try. We will extract the text from the first. We are going to extract the text from the body with object destructuring. Request.body. And then we can just pass that like I think it's good to have an if statement again. If there is no text, return please enter a text, and then we are going to pass that text. If there is, we are going to pass it to the generate resume summary, and then we are going to respond. We are going to respond to that, and this is the try. Let's write the catch error. Okay, that's the second route, basically. Okay, by writing the second route, we are finished with the backend. It seems so. Okay. Now we can start to the front end. So now let's open another copy for the Visual Studio Code. Don't touch to the backend. Leave it open, and from the VS Code, now let's go File, Open Folder, and I will find the project folder, and there open the front end. Okay, let's go into the terminal again and create a React app. I'm going to create the React app through create React app command. So npx create dash react dash app dot. Okay. Press enter. Now this command is going to create the application and create the boilerplate code basically, and then we will continue from there. When this is happening, I want to go. This will take a while. After it finishes, we can write here npm start to start the app. And now we received an error. Let me see, what is it about? Cannot find module agv dist compile. Okay, what does it mean is in the node modulus, we should have something called avg, and there must be inside of the dist folder, we should have compile, and that's what it complains. It cannot find it. So maybe we can try to install that again. So we will write here avg, and that would help. React app is started. Now we will need a couple of things. So I will open another terminal here, and let's install a couple of things. Um, npm install. First, I will need Axios and React Router DOM. What else? Material UI drops on. Okay, let's install them first. Installation of Axios React Router DOM Material UI drop zone is finished. Now what else we are going to have here? Well, I'm not going to use any CSS. I will use the Material UI. So I want to install npm install uh, the material and uh, UE material and MUI icons material. MUI icons material. Okay, npm install. It looks fine. Okay, now we have the MUI material and MUI icons material installed. So we can start the app, npm start. And the app is starting. Let's create in the source folder another folder and name it components. Okay, and the components we're going to create under the components folder, and again under the source, let's create another folder and name it pages. So the pages are going to go here. The way we built our backend, we have two endpoints, right? Like, let me bring this backend. Okay, so we built here two routes, which means we have two endpoints. One of them is for uploading the resume, and the other one is to copy pasting the resume. First, I'm going to create a component that will send a request to the upload resume here. Let's do that. Okay. I want to name that component resume upload. Okay. Under the components, creating resume upload .jsx. Please pay attention. I started with the capital letter, okay, here. We have two types of casing in JavaScript, camel casing and Pascal casing. Here we are using Pascal casing. So I have my resume upload component. Now let's start bringing in the things we need here. So I will start with import. I saw something here in the terminal. What it says, there is already something is running. Yes, I will say yes here. Let's continue. Import React from uh, import React, and also we will need the use state hook from React. And let's also import the Axios. Import Axios from Axios. What else? From MUI material import from MUI material. What I'm going to import button. Let's import the button. And also typography from MUI from MUI material. Okay. So that's all. Also, let's just get the box from MUI material. Okay. I have everything for now. And let's create the components. I'm closing here. Const resume upload. Now just let's get rid of this and const file. I create a state variable named file, set file, and assign the first value of the file to now. Now let's just create the HTML parts, the components. So I will use the box, and I will let's just align everything to the center. Center. Okay. Upload your resume. On change set file target button or color primary. Okay. Here I got some boilerplate code. First, I want to check if everything is okay. And close the box. Close the return. And let's just export the component. Export default resume upload. Okay. Let's begin here. Unexpected white space const file. Here. That's going to be const. Okay. Now in the component, we are using the box from MUI and also the typography for the header. Um, and input fields like so, it all looks fine. And on click, we will have a function, handle upload function, be executed. I want to name it handle file upload. And now all we have to do is to create that function. And if there will be any changes we want to make to UI later, we can just come back and update this as we want. So here I will create the handle file upload function, and it's going to be an async function. And I want to prevent the default behavior. So I will put the event, I will pass the event here, e dot uh, prevent default, prevent default. Okay. Okay, e dot prevent default. Now let's close the parentheses here. We are getting an error. And add a line. If there is no file, return kind of an alert here. And we can say, please select the file. Okay, now let's create a block for create a new object, create a form data object. Let's create a form data object, form data object to send the file. So here I will create a form data object and I will append to the form data the file. Okay. Okay, all looks fine. Now let's create our block for sending the data to the backend, and I'm going to put this inside of a try and catch. So we are writing here send the file to the backend via an HTTP post request. So that way we can attach the file to the body of the request through the post request. So we have the Axios and await Axios post. I'm just accepting the boilerplate code. We will check this now. Await Axios.post, and our endpoint though is upload resume. So it will be slash resume here. And we attach the form data. This is our form data object. Headers, content type, multi-part form data. Okay, headers object looks fine, all looks fine. Now, okay, we will see what we will do with the response later. Now let's catch the error here. Catch error, cancel.log error. Okay, and export statement is here. All look good. I want to now go to the pages and here create the page of for home.jsx. Okay. Now, the home is going to be where we are going to place the two components together. I only have one for now, but I want to start creating the home page as well. So we will say import React here, and I will again need here the use state from React, and well, no, not this. I will need the container. I need the typography, but I will need the card and the card content. Card content. Okay. Now let's just bring the resume upload component here. Import only the resume upload for now. From components, resume upload. Okay, and create the page. Start creating the page. Now I will have my first thing first. Let's close the parentheses and create a state variable here, const summary set summary use state. So this is the state variable and the function which we will pass to the resume component and get the summary from the AI. Okay, so here in the return, now I will create a container and maximum width container maximum width of SM. Okay, and let's give some style here. Use the style and inline styling and pass the text align center. Okay, and margin, let's give some margin here or later. Okay, now okay, card resume upload. Okay, card content, that looks fine. I will explain. Just to save time, I'm just accepting container. Okay, so for now that looks okay. I have my resume upload here only. Okay, text align, here we have the columns. Okay, text align center, and that is going to be in another curly parentheses. Okay. Now I need to pass the set summary state function to the resume upload component as a prop. Okay. So set summary, it will be passed as a prop here. Okay. Set summary. Now I can extract that prop because the resume upload is a child component of the home JSX. I can extract this here via object destructuring set summary, like so. We named it set summary, right? All looks good. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to grab the response from the chat GPT open API to the to set summary state function, so we can carry that summary to the home.js, because that's where I am rendering the resume upload component. Okay. um, Now here we are going to take the receive the set summary, and it's like response data dot summary. Okay, all looks fine. Now I want to see at that point at least the uploading the file part is working. Okay, I want to be sure. Okay, let's just first check if the backend is working. So this is our backend, and I copy paste the API key to the .env file. Okay, that's what was missing, and I copy paste that. We will use the node server.js to run the backend. Okay, and backend seems working. Now our front end, and let's see how is it doing. So the front end here start working. I'm still seeing this React icon. Why is that? Because we created the home.jsx page, but actually we haven't published it yet in the app.js component, correct? So right now that's what I'm seeing. Let's clean the header, everything here. And if I go back, I should stop seeing anything if everything is connected as expected. Okay, here we don't see the logo anymore. And now I need to bring my home.jsx component here, and I want to also set here the routing, because in the future you might want to put maybe the resume upload and the resume copy paste components to different pages. So let's set the here also the routing. Import React from React. Okay, import browser router router as router as router, and from React wrote DOM. We don't use the switch anymore, so that is going to change the roots. Okay, router root roots. Now here we need to grab everything inside of the router, and we have only the home page for now, so I'm removing this, and I grab everything to the router, and then I have my roots, um, and I have the root, so the path is going to be this, and then we have the home element that will be mapping to the root directory. Localhost 3000, when the user hit to the localhost 3000, the home component, home page is going to be the page we are mapping to that URL. At the moment, I'm getting this redness because we haven't imported the home yet. Let's write here the uh, import home from pages home, and let's see how our page is doing. Refresh home page. Okay, we have an error. Mm, unexpected keyword function. Okay, let's see here. Mm, export default was not found in pages home. Oh, okay, let's add here the export default home, and oh, it cannot find emotion react and emotion style. So let's go back to the project, open a new terminal, and npm install. All we have to do to install this to emotion react, and emotion styled, right? Okay, emotion react and emotion styled. Let's install these two packages and see what happens. Okay, packages are installed. Let's see what happens here. And I still get the error. At that point, I will restart the app and see what will happen then. Let's restart the app. Um, I will terminate, Control C, and restart. Okay, after I restart everything, my app, now the error is disappeared. Please let me know in the comments if you want, if you will have uh, another thing. Okay. Now let's just see how we can upload something and upload. Let's see if there is any errors. We are not showing the summary yet. So just want to see if I have the response. Okay. Unexpected field error. Okay, I know what's the problem. Unexpected field here. The Multer library is giving that error. Now, remember in the roots, I am expecting a file named resume from the front end. But in front end, I think now what we named it is the file. So if I change here to resume the text field to the resume, now Multer will recognize it. Um, Now refresh, let's refresh, and let's do the request again. I am in the network tabs, by the way, okay? If I press upload, now let's see the response. The summary is here. So everything looks okay. That means we can go and keep building the other component. So now we have the resume upload component and resume editor. Let's build something named resume editor. Again, inside of the components folder, resume editor, I create another file, resume editor.jsx, like so. Okay. Again, import. I think those imports going to be pretty much the same. So I will just copy paste here. Only thing here is I have the button typography box, but we will need the text field as well. Text field and React use state. Okay. Now resume editor. So resume editor also needs the set summary function. I'm going to take care of it in a minute, not the summary. So we got again some boilerplate code, but we will need to fix it. Okay, probably. Now, actually, most of it here, like let's remove. We will need a state variable, that's for sure, for receiving the text. I will call this text and set text. Now we are not passing the summary, we will pass the set summary function here. So that is going to be set summary, set text, use state, and our initial value is going to be an empty string. Okay, let's see this field typography text field value is going to be the text here, right? And on change, we are going to create a function and that's going to be executed, and it's going to be the set text, the state function. And the button is going to variant contained is correct color, leave it as it is, on click, handle submit. Let's call this handle submit. And no need to disable here for now. So we can get rid of this loading state. And generate summary. Let's call the name of the button generate summary. Okay. Not forget to export default resume editor. Like so. Okay, great. Let's go to the home.jsx. And we have another import now. Import resume editor from components resume editor. And here I will have another card field for that component. Just set like so, card resume editor. And now actually inside of the container I need some field. If there is a summary, I want to show it on the DOM. Um, card content, typography. Okay, let's just close that. So what I am doing here, I am making kind of a conditional showcase of the summary field. If we have the summary, I will this edit this and symbol here, right, is going to make that component to appear. If there is no summary, it's not going to. So here we created another card and placed our summary in it like so. Okay, now let's go back to the resume editor component and finish that function. So here, and if there is any errors, I need to take care of that too. Const handle submit, const handle submit, and I need the event object to prevent the default behavior. And now we are going to write an if statement. If there is no text, return, please enter a text. Okay. Now we need to ask to backend to hand us the summary. So we are going to make another post request here and place the text that we just get from the text field. Okay, we are getting the text from the text field here. This on change event is allowing us to set the text state variable value to whatever we are entering there. And we are sending this to the backend, to the ChatGPT API. And if we have a response, we are setting it to in the home page to the summary state variable. And now I have my try set. It's time for the catch. And the catch, if I catch the error, let's cancel that logit. Okay, now all looks ready. I want to see it on the browser. Okay, let's first upload a file. Okay. Okay, there it is. We generate our summary. If we just copy paste something to the field, if it will work, let me check this really quick as well. Let's just refresh everything. I copied CV. If I just generate summary here, let's see what happens. Seems like nothing is happening. No problem. We are here to fix the errors as well. This is part of the work. And let's go to the network, okay? And press button again. So we have 404. It cannot find. Okay. So looks like I have an error. Like it cannot find this end point. And the end point is edit summary. Let's see what name we gave, and apparently they are not matching. Obviously, the endpoint name here is the manual entry, and the request I am making from the front end has to match with that. And it doesn't, and that seems like the problem, okay? And which is not a problem at all. You see, we are sending my autopilot. Okay. So it is like going to be supposed to be manual entry and get rid of this double. Okay. Now, if I go back and press generate summary again. Okay. Looks like I have my summary. Okay. I know it doesn't have the best UI, but once you have everything, you can just set it to your taste, change, do whatever you want to do with it. I hope you like it. And if you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you will have any problems, you can write in the comments. I will come back to you. See you in the next tutorial.